guys, this is Saurabh here and welcome to Take Care, and today I will be comparing not two but three phones. Well, they are the G4 Play, the Redmi 3S Prime and the E3 Power. Well guys, first of all, it's really cumbersome to hold all these three phones in at the same time. But anyways, I will not be taking up 25 minutes of yours till it's a massive comparison, but I will be only have jotted down few points regarding the display, the battery, the overall performance. So I will be sharing my experience with you all, that what I faced with the three phones. So guys, before starting, I request you to subscribe to my channel because videos like this comes regularly in my channel. I post regularly, almost every day a week. So guys, let's get started right now. So guys, the very first thing that I will be comparing between the three phones is the display. Well, in this case, both the three phones actually have 720p displays, and none of them have a protection. I mean, no certified protection. Although the E3 Power comes with a free screen guard, but the other two doesn't have that facility as well. But in case of the display, my pick will be the Redmi 3S Prime. The reason is, well, although the Redmi 3S Prime display is 720p and other two also have 720p, and somehow Motorola's both the displays, especially of the E3 Power, has a better color reproduction, but still the sunlight readability and is pretty good in the Redmi 3S Prime, although the color reproduction is also great, and also the the viewing angles are also pretty better in the Redmi 3S Prime. So my pick will be the Redmi 3S Prime, but the E3 Power and the G4 Play are also have good displays. Especially the E3 Power has a pretty good display, but I will still stick to the Redmi 3S Prime because of its less reflectivity. Yes, the displays are pretty reflective on both the G4 Play and E3 Power, and that's sometimes really little bit troublesome at times. Now coming to my second point, guys, which is the build quality. Well guys, both the three phones, I mean the Redmi 3S Prime, the G4 Play and the E3 Power. Well, talking about these two phones, well, actually these two phones are actually made of plastic. Well, their back is now actually made of some kind of nano coating. They have the nano coating technology and they're waterproof to some extent. While this one is a metal unibody and it has got a fingerprint sensor for the Redmi 3S Prime, and for the Redmi 3S you don't get this thing. Anyways, so my pick in this case, it's a bit it depends on man to man, but I would go for Redmi 3S Prime because it's a metal unibody and waterproof. Well, it is just water repellent. No phones actually is waterproof. I mean, not the G4 Play or the E3 Power, but all the three phones are pretty good to hold in the hand. But somehow I find the form factor of Redmi 3S Prime pretty good for me. But it can vary from man to man, and also it's pretty much lightweight, although it sports a 4100 mAh battery. Well guys, the third point. Well, the third point is about the specifications. Well, the Redmi 3S Prime or the Redmi 3S, whatever you say, both the devices have the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset, and the Redmi 3S Prime has the 3 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage, 32 gigs of storage, whereas the Redmi 3S has the 16 gigs 2 gigs edition. Well guys, in case of these two phones, the G4 Play has a Snapdragon 410 chipset alongside with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal, whereas this one has a pathetic MediaTek 1 GHz quad-core chipset with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. So if we just talk about accurate benchmarking, I got around 38,000 on the Redmi 3S Prime and got around 28,000 on the G4 Play and got around 24,000 on the E3 Power. So yes, definitely for the case of specifications, the only choice is the Redmi 3S Prime at a price tag of 9,000. Now coming to my fourth point, and that is the battery backup. Well guys, here is the image of the battery backup that I got alongside with the screen on time for all the three devices, and all the three devices have different amount of battery capacity. The Redmi 3S Prime has the biggest battery with 4100 mAh, and then comes the E3 Power with 3500 mAh, and the G4 Play has a 2800 mAh. And well guys, all of the three phones can last for around 1 day. Redmi 3S Prime can last for around 2 days. And my experience with all the three devices in case of the battery backup is pretty good. But yes, definitely as Redmi 3S Prime has the biggest battery, it will last for the most of the times. And in case of the charging guys, well, the fastest charging was in the G4 Play as well as in the the E3 Power. And yes, Motorola has said that they have marketed the fact that they are providing a very fast charger. It's not a Qualcomm quick charger like that, but it's a very fast charger and it's a 10-watt charger. So yes, I got my G4 Play was around it was full charge from 15% to 95% within around 1 hour 20 minutes, which is pretty remarkable. And the E3 Power took 30 minutes more, so that's acceptable. Now coming to my fifth point, guys, and that's the camera. Well, here are some camera samples taken at the same time from all the three devices, and I would personally go for the G4 Play in this case. Yes, Redmi Note 3 does have a 13 megapixel rear camera, but megapixel is not always that we should look for. It's all about the picture details and the aperture, and somehow I feel that the G4 Play has a pretty good camera if we than the Redmi 3S Prime or the Redmi 3S and the E3 Power. So in case of the camera lovers for both front and back, my pick will be the G4 Play. Now coming to my fifth, next one is the UI. Well, here is it can be a big debate between a lot of people, but Motorola is actually marketed for a certain amount of people, and Xiaomi's own UI, the MIUI, is actually marketed for a different sets of people, because few people love stock Android like me, and few people love customized Android. So people who actually love customized Android, who wanna use a lot of customizations, who wanna root their phone, who wanna do a lot of stuffs with their phone, use exposed or something like that, they should go for the Redmi 3S Prime or the 3S. And people who are happy with a stock Android, which is stable, which doesn't lag, which doesn't hang, they should go for the G4 Play or the E3 Power. And in between the G4 Play and the E3 Power, like I did a comparison speed test, the link will be in the cards, make sure to check that. And in that case, the G4 Play won each and every time for every app. That's because it has got a 410 chip, Snapdragon 410, which is very fast. Now coming to my next reason, and the next point is the SIM slot. Well guys, talking about these SIM slots, well, all the three phones does support VoLTE, and we are using our Geo 4G SIM on this Redmi 3S Prime. And this phone, the E3 Power, does have dual SIM ports, and let me once show you. And well, the thing is that with both the SIMs here and here, I hope you can see that. Well guys, in case of both the SIMs, the one slot in case of this one, the 3 Power, one slot is 4G capable and VoLTE capable as well. The other one is a 3G capable, and for this one, both the SIM slots, the G4 Play I'm talking about, both these SIM slots are VoLTE capable, and yes, this one does have the same capability. So, but if you ask me what's my personal choice, I would either go for the E3 Power or the G4 Play, because that's entirely my personal choice. I personally don't like the hybrid SIM slot technology. It actually, somehow stops you from installing both the SIMs and the SD card at the same time. And for the Redmi 3S buyers, I'm not talking about the Prime buyers, I'm talking about the Redmi 3S buyers, you have only 16 gigs installable, I mean 16 gigs onboard memory, onboard storage, and that's not sufficient nowadays. So if you want to use both the SIMs and an external SD card at the same time, we'll look for the Moto devices within the price tag of 9,000, and preferably the Moto G4 Play. Now coming to my next point guys, which is my overall experience. Well guys, to be honest, I personally love stock Android. I do videos regarding the all the stuff customization, routing, blah blah blah. I do all those videos, but in my personal life, I personally choose stock Android. Fluid, fast, easy to use. No, I don't have to think about when the next update comes, because whenever with Moto, whenever the update comes, you get the updates as fast as possible. And in case of the Xiaomi, we are still using the MIUI 8 beta. We haven't got the stable ROM, as well as other devices of the Redmi 3S, other devices of Xiaomi in India has already got the MIUI 8 stable. And as well as in case of the stable version as well for Redmi 3S or other Xiaomi phones, the ROM is still buggy. But with the stock Android, you don't feel the issue. And stock Android is definitely always fast, and it has got better RAM management than any customized UI. So guys, if you personally ask me which one is actually the best, I would definitely tell you to go for the Redmi 3S Prime. But there are a few things that I really want to let you know, that if you really want to use both of your SIMs and as well as the external memory card, do go for the G4 Play. The E3 Power is completely out of the equation. Don't just go for this phone. The processor is I would say the shittiest processor I have ever seen in phones, and that will slowly slow down your phone in the upcoming 6 months or 3 months even. I was just doing the speed test comparison between both the Moto devices, and I found that the 1 GHz processor is too slow, and it will soon slow down your phone in a remarkable way. So guys, this is all for today. My first pick will be definitely the Redmi 3S Prime, because it's a powerhouse at a price tag of 9,000. And for people who are buying the Redmi 3S Prime, 32 gigs is more than enough, I believe. So you can use both of your SIMs. But people who actually want to use both the SIMs and the SD card and want a better camera, go for the G4 Play. Yes, the battery is lower than the E3 Power or the Redmi 3S Prime. Redmi 3S Prime does have a very big battery, but I will still go for the G4 Play. I mean, for you. So this is all for today, guys. I have put down all the buying links of the three devices in the description below. Make sure if you really want to buy one, make sure you check those links, because that will help our channel. And guys, do join us on other social medias, and we will try to reply to your comments in there. And guys, if you have any other queries, do let me know via the comment section below. Make sure to check the subscribe button and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And do like this video and share with your friends. Till then, bye. People have a great day. Hope to see my next video. Bye bye now.